Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. If you're new, so happy that you decided to join me today. I'm Tanya with yanxa.creations, and here we like to be crafty in every way possible. Today's video, I'm going to be making a Mother's Day t-shirt. I'm going to be using two products that are fairly new to me. One of them I tried out last week, and the other one today will be the first time I'm using it. So the product that I tried out last week was Htvront heat transfer paper. Now I've used heat transfer paper before. There's a brand that I had used before, and I'm pretty sure it had not recommended using the Cricut to cut the design. Just use a pair of scissors. So I didn't really like that because I wanted things to be a little bit more detailed. But I saw all these Instagram reels and YouTube shorts of Htvront videos where they were printing using a cutting machine to cut the design, then they masked it and then pressed it to the t-shirt, and I really liked that. So I went onto the Htvront website and I purchased this package. It's a box and it has a lot of sheets in it. I'll put right here on the screen how many sheets are in it and the price, but I think it was a really good buy for the number of sheets. So I was not sure what to use to mask it. So when I tried it out last week, I used the leftover film from a regular HTV vinyl, and it picked up the design very well. It pressed very well. I really liked it. Now I only had one of those sheets. So the next step I did was to try the size of TTD. Now, it picked it up very easily. This thing is easy to mask. It picked it up easily. I pressed it. I was able to remove the mask, but the mask did take away a little bit of that ink. Now, I know the size of TTD is not recommended for things like easy subbling, so I went looking for another alternative. So I went searching on Amazon and I found this. So this is Frisco Craft Transfer Tape for pattern printed heat transfer vinyl. So I'm not sure if this is what they were using in those Htvront videos. The tape looks similar, but we're gonna see. And this is, I believe this was $20 and you get 50 feet of it. So here it is, super big. So these are the things that we're going to be using today. So it's the first time that it's going to be the first time that I'm using this product. This one I tried last week and I really like it. So I'm going to tell you in today's video exactly what are the printer settings for this, what are the Cricut cut settings, and what would be your press settings. All right. So let me get it out of the bag and show it to you. So as I said, you get quite a bit of sheets, and this is what the back side of each sheet looks like. And this is your print side, so you can tell the difference. Okay, so Htvront did put a very nice instruction sheet inside of the package as well. So it gives you instructions for how to use it with a home iron. So if you don't have a Cricut Easy Press or any of these mini heat presses or a huge press, you can do this with your home iron. Okay, so it gives you all your settings. So it says for printing, you are going to use the plain paper setting and high quality. So that's what I did. Then it says for your Cricut machine, which was a little bit surprising to me, but it works. You are to put it on the glitter vinyl setting. So you're actually not going to be using your the settings that you would use for HTV. You're going to use your glitter vinyl setting with your Cricut. All right. So the next thing would be your pressing temperature. And so they recommend that you press between 320 and 338 Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 seconds. So that's what we're going to do today. And of course, to do that, we are going to need a really cute design. So I found this design, and you know from where already? I definitely got this from Creative Fabrica. So here is my design, all printed on their paper as well. And of course, I made as much use of Cricut's new print and cut settings to maximize my design. So here is the design. I think it is gorgeous. And it says Mom Fuel. All right. So this is what we're going to be using today. So now that we've talked about all the things that we need, now that we've talked about our settings, now that we've talked about our printer settings, we've talked about our Cricut settings, it's time to actually go ahead, cut this, and press it to the t-shirt. Okay, so I had already printed and have made sure that my inks are all dry. And I'm just going to put this down on the mat in the same direction that you see it in Design Space. So make sure it's in the right direction. So let's get that there straight, get it on nice and straight. And press that down really well. So remember now, this is going to be set to the glitter vinyl setting. Let's bring it forward a bit. It's set to the glitter vinyl setting. So let's go ahead. Right, so that weeded out nicely. So the next step is we are going to mask this. Now, you could actually, every single thing here is connected. So you could actually lift this away on its own. But I did try that with a different, I could try it with this one, but I did try picking up the PPD paper all on its own before, and then when I brought it close to the heat, it actually started folding in on itself and sticking. So I don't want to risk that with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and mask it. I've got all of 50 feet of mask, but this one you could actually pick it up. So I'm just going to try and pick it up without using the squeegee. If it doesn't come up, then I'll use the squeegee for that. Oh, okay. Squeegee was not necessary. That is coming up so easily. Wow. This is coming up so easily. Fantastic. All right. So let's come back up here. So here's our design all ready to go. This mask picked it up so easily. So the next thing I want to know is when I press this to the t-shirt, is it going to pull up any of my ink? Let's hope not. I have 50 feet of this, so let's hope it doesn't pull up the ink. Okay, my heat press is ready, and I'm going to go ahead and press this. So I've already preheated my t-shirt. All right, that looks good. And of course, I've got my Teflon sheet up top, so I'm just gonna go ahead and press. So I'm pressing for 12 seconds. Time's up. I did not check to see if this was going to release it hot or I would need to wait for it to be cold. When I had used the, okay, so when I had used the backing for the HDV vinyl, that was from a hot peel vinyl, so I was able to peel it right away. So I don't know if that's the issue here, if this has to be a cold peel. So we're gonna cool it down and see. But I tried peeling it just now and it was lifting. So let's see how that works out if we cool this down. So let's see. Okay. Nice. Oh. All right, it just pulled up the ink. Okay. So it was going well. Maybe I should have let it cool all the way down. But to the very end, it did pull up some of the ink. All right. So it was okay over here. And then at the end, it pulled up some of the ink. So when I use the backing of the regular HTV vinyl, it did not pull up the ink at all. Okay. Although I have to say that I did double press this because when I tried to peel it hot, it started coming up. So I pressed it again and let it cool down. I don't know if that contributed to it. I don't know. But here is our design on our HTV, using our Htvront heat transfer paper. It looks great except for the areas that the tape pulled up. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and wait 24 hours, throw this in the wash, and then put some comments in the description about how it washed. And I'll update the comments as I go with this t-shirt. So thanks for joining me for this little experiment. Please leave some comments about what you think about this. If you have tried the Htvront heat transfer paper before, leave me some comments and your thoughts. If you have tried the Frisco Craft heat transfer tape, also leave some comments. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks for using it so it does not pull up the ink. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for joining me again for this experiment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.